What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about why Norwegians are so good at skiing. It's no secret that Norwegians dominate winter sports competitions and winter Olympics, especially skiing. And today, I want to learn about how Norwegians do it. What is the secret to Norway's winter sports skiing success? So I have a video here I want to watch today called How Norway Creates World Champions. Norway's winter sports dominance explained. Can someone just explain to me why Norway is so freaking good at skiing? And this is going to talk about a little bit about the history of skiing in Norway and a little bit about the culture of Norway and how that promotes skiing and skiing dominance, I think. So, sounds very interesting to me. Let's take a look.
Norway has a national culture of competitive sports,
Okay.
which comes from the history, the environment, education, and social factors.
Oh, okay.
It has a perfect environment, as you can ski almost anywhere up to 6 months a year.
I mean, that right there is a big one, isn't it? That really explains a lot. Norway is the perfect place on Earth to ski. And to ski for a large part of the year, have access to skiing. Like America, we also enjoy sports. We take sports very seriously here, but we have to focus on different sports. And I think Norway's just perfect for winter sport and skiing, isn't it? That explains a lot.
Their national proudness was caused by their heroes, the father of modern skiing, Sundre Norheim.
Oh my goodness. Father of modern skiing? Is this a Norwegian? Like one of the first great Norwegian skiers?
National proudness was caused by their heroes, the father of modern skiing,
Oh.
Sundre Norheim.
Sundre Norheim. Okay.
Fridtjof Nansen, Roald Amundsen, which the whole of Norway followed to be the first to reach the North and the South Pole.
Oh, wow.
Skiing became the national identity of Norway. It was a sport of the Norwegians.
Wow. So this is the other part of it. Norway is perfect for skiing, and skiing has a very, very, very important role in Norwegian history. Norway is very proud of the skiing. Norwegians have been skiing for a very long time. And that's like another reason why it's also very important in the culture of Norway that skiing continues and is kind of cherished and beloved in that way. That makes sense.
After Norway changed skiing from a way of transporting to a national sport, they spread the ski sport all over the world.
Oh, so, right. So just talking about skiing history, it was just a way to get around. Right. Skis were just functional for moving, for travel. Then Norway was like, hey, skiing needs to be sport. Skiing needs to be competition so that we can win, so that we can dominate it. That's definitely what happened.
And won most medals in the first Winter Olympics in 1924.
Wow. 1924, wait, that's exactly 100 years ago. That's exactly 100 years ago, 1924. I didn't know Norway won the most medals? Won the most medals?
And won most.
Yeah, the most medals in the first Winter Olympics ever. That's the most Norwegian thing ever. That makes sense though. Of course they did.
Most medals in the first Winter Olympics in 1924.
Norway literally has a history of dominating the Winter Olympics since the very first one. Wow.
Norwegian cross-country skiers were called human bellows because they could ski 70 kilometers to participate in a 50 kilometers race.
This is hilarious. This is fantastic. Norwegian skiers are out of their mind. That's how Norwegian skiers are so good. They freaking ski everywhere. Back in the day, they skied. It took longer to ski to the race than the race. Wow, cross-country skiing. America, we have a little bit of skiing, a little bit. We don't have cross-country skiing. That's like skiing 50 kilometers. That becomes like an aerobic, like endurance sport at that point, right? Yeah, that's something I'm really not familiar with at all as an American.
People took pride in sending their skiers, representing their community to big
Right,
races and collect money and give them free food and housing.
right.
This were heroes.
Wow.
This culture calls that skiing became a part of education.
Oh, so first skiing is like a way to like represent where you come from. Skiing is a way of like making yourself proud and your family proud and where you come from. And so for so many reasons skiing became really important in Norway. I can see that. And it became a part of Norwegian education. Like skiing is literally in Norway's education program.
And no, the Norwegians are not born with skis on. That would be painful.
Wow.
But almost from the moment that they are
Wow.
born are the most Norwegians involved in outside activities.
This is so different as well. I guess like if I think about it, in America, our children play baseball or football or something, even gymnastics maybe. Where in Norway, as little kids, they're skiing. That's so funny because as an American, most Americans don't have an opportunity to ski or snowboard sometimes until we're like teenagers or adults and we like travel somewhere in America where there's a big enough mountain with fake snow that we can finally ski. In Norway, it's just like everywhere. You can just ski everywhere. That plays a huge role.
Most skiers on the Norwegian national team probably got their first pair of skis as soon as they could walk and started competing before they were 9 years old.
Wow, I mean, look at this. This is just a little kid. This is a little kid skiing. Like that's amazing. Very different in Norway. Wow.
According to the Olympiatoppen, it takes on a
Look at this. Look at that. There's a bunch of little kids in like a skiing competition. This is amazing. This is why Norway is so good at skiing. You have the little young children becoming amazing skiers at such a young age. That makes so much sense. Okay.
an average of 10,000 hours of training to reach the Olympic level on skis.
Right, okay.
What Norway does different than the most other countries is to base all education of all sports on fun instead of high-stake competitions and lots of strict discipline.
Wow. That is very different mentality as well. Because like I said, here in America, we do care about sports. Parents get very obsessed with enrolling their children here in sports competitions, in like baseball, like I said, baseball or like basketball or football or something. And it's not for fun sometimes. A lot of times it's way too serious. And the kids, from a very young age, it's not about fun, it's about winning. And I don't think that's good. And I think Norway does a great job of realizing kids need to have fun while doing this. And success will come from that fun and building that passion. That makes so much sense to me.
The Norwegian law, children's rights in sport, states that children should receive a positive experience every time they participate in a sport.
Ooh. There's actually a law about this. There's actually a law, a Norwegian law, saying kids need to have fun in sports. That couldn't be more different than here in America. Sadly, a lot of parents really try to live vicariously through their kids and push them way too hard, and it's not fun, and it's not good. So actually, I really love this about Norway. That's great.
The task given to the Norwegian children depends on the age and the level of mastery in which
Look at
environment.
them. Look at these little kids. Look at these little kids having fun skiing at such a young age, skiing down this little hill. This is amazing just to look at.
They are in. Og når jeg ser at barna står på sånne tynne langrennsski, og det er noe helt annet enn slalomski, de må forme en utrolig bra balanse.
Ja, det gjør det. Så sånn rent motorisk sett så er det jo veldig, veldig god trening og fint for barna fra starten av.
There's just children skiing in the background. Children in Norway have special skis that are very thin to promote balance. That's what it sounds like. I didn't know that.
Det er både balansen og det fysiske og det å bli kjent med kroppen sin. Når jeg gjør sånn, så går skiene den veien, eller når jeg bøyer meg på den måten.
Wow.
Jeg står bedre når jeg bøyer knærne litt. Altså, alt det gjør jo at du får en god kontroll på kroppen sin.
These kids look like they're having fun. Like they're clearly having fun as well, which is fantastic to see. And they get to kind of go on their own and figure it out with some adult supervision. I think in America, adults are very overprotective of our kids, especially compared to Norway, from what I'm seeing, for sure. So kids have special skis that are really thin. That these skis are more difficult on purpose to train the children from a young age to have balance. This is the secret Norwegian techniques that I am here to learn about, to explain why Norwegians are so good at skiing. I did not know about these little thin skis.
When children have joy, then they are motivated to repeat movements, like with everything else. And so they can develop skiing skills.
Right.
Mothers and fathers both get a lot of time off from work to attend to their children and follow up the task which the children are giving in the kindergarten.
I mean, this is just amazing. Norway is so smart with some of these things. So smart. The focus on having fun and exploring and bonding with children, it makes so much sense. And Norway, it's like how I was learning Norwegians really emphasize connecting with nature because it's good for you. This is another thing, emphasizing children having fun with skiing because it's good for you and it makes you better and have a positive experience. It makes so much sense.
The social factors are the most important to build up the best environment around young athletes, beside the natural possibility for a sport.
Okay.
Exposure to sport during one's childhood determines the lifelong participation in the sport to a very big degree. At the age of 25 years old, 93% of the youngsters have been involved in organized sports in Norway.
Wow. So whether it's skiing or whatever sport, most Norwegians must ski, by the sound of it. Or a lot of Norwegians participate in some kind of winter sport. 93% of Norwegians have been part of a sport by the time they are 25. Wow, that is the vast majority of Norwegians are participating in this. This really is a way of life for Norwegians, and I think that's great. It's also just healthy. It's just good for you from a health point of view. A lot of Americans don't get out of the house and enjoy the outdoors or exercise. And skiing is the perfect sport to get out. It's good for your cardio, for your balance. You need strength. And it gets you outside, connecting with nature. It's perfect. It's the most Norwegian thing ever. It makes so much sense.
Many good trainers work voluntarily in the thousands of clubs in Norway with enthusiastic parents. Norway tops the world with voluntary work.
Wow.
This leads to that the athletes, the trainers, and the parents feel that they are the owners of their own club and are much more stimulated to do their utmost best.
Wow. And I think in America, there's a much bigger emphasis on getting professional coaches and teams and professional training. Norway seems like, with the skiing at least, it's a time also to bond with your friends and with your teachers and with your family and parents. It's much less stressful than sports in America. It's much more about fun and bonding, which I really like.
It is this support energy and ownership feeling that gives an incredible amount of power to the athletes.
Yeah.
Skiing is a
Yeah.
combination of mass sports and elite sports, and the focus is on the athletes, the development of them, and build a good environment for them.
Yeah, yeah. It's clear that Norwegians, starting as little children, Norwegians get a very, very positive experience of skiing. A very positive experience, which will make you want to continue skiing probably your whole life. It makes an imprint, like they were saying.
Parental involvement is very important as support coaches of their children. The Norwegians are lucky with their natural environment.
Oh
because
my
they have ski
god! Oh my god! Hold on, I was a little distracted by this is like skiing long jumping skiing. Uh, y- Americans see this like once every 4 years on TV, Winter Olympics, but this is just insane. This long jumping.
The Norwegians are lucky with
Oh
their
my
natural
God.
environment because they have ski possibilities almost everywhere, just around the corner where they live.
Right. Okay. I was very distracted by this jumping. That's amazing. So the narrator's saying Norwegians, they have access to skiing facilities like this long jump and like trails and mountains and stuff. So it's just the perfect environment for skiing. Norway is the perfect place. It is.
There are mountainous forest areas that surround their towns with ski jumps and slalom slopes and endless areas
Yeah.
of cross-country skiing.
Right.
Of course, this is a perfect environment for young athletes to grow up in.
Yeah. The Norway has like the perfect facilities, perfect environment for skiing. This is fantastic. I mean, I am enjoying this video so much. We're only about halfway done. So I think I'm going to stop here for now and continue the rest of this story in part 2. This has been amazing. I've heard about Norwegian skiing dominance, and it's always been a question in my mind of like, how does that work? How do you get so many successful skiers and athletes from such a small country? And this video is explaining that in such a fantastic way. So I have enjoyed this so far so much. If you've enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on skiing in Norway and why it is so popular and fun and why Norway is so successful. That'd be amazing to hear about. And if you're interested in part 2 of this or just more videos like this, me reacting to Norway and Norwegian culture and stuff about Norway I've never learned before, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching and see you next time.